Hi everybody, it's end of May now and the weather is starting to change quite a bit. The leaves off the trees are almost all on the ground, and I've been religiously leaf blowing them all up to make these lovely compost piles that I'm also using manure from the garden. So I'm kind of excited to see what sort of dirt it makes. This garden is all just really stagnant. The rabbits, there's been a few changes in the rabbits in the farmyard. We've discovered, let's go around and get a good shot of them, that our two New Zealand, both of them, the two New Zealands are both boys. So now we have Archie, who is a boy, Alfie, who is a boy, Hazel, who is a girl, and two New Zealands who are boys. So it's not really good for my breeding program. Hello, big boy, you've got a penis, don't you? I've just discovered. And I think that was behind the fighting in the cage. How I discovered that actually was we got... Hold on, I'll just take his wee cover off. He's covered up because he's cold. He's just had all his wool shorn off. This is Hugh, who has come in to be the stud of the farm. At the moment we'll just be stud to Hazel. So at the moment for breeding he's useful to me and she's useful to me, which isn't, you know, great numbers. Anyway, they'll mate. Yeah, mating them today maybe, so she can have another litter before Christmas. She's before winter. She's a good mum, and she keeps them nice and warm and feeds them quite well. They grow well, so hopefully. And we have a problem with the quails, and the male is getting really aggressive just towards one particular quail at the moment, and keeps sort of trying to pick her eye out actually. And now he's going crazy because I've taken him away from the girls and he can hear them. And he's just like, I want my ladies. You gotta stop abusing them. Hey, little quail. Stop abusing your ladies. Picking their eye out. The chickens. Oh, they're so cool, aren't they? Look at how big this one is getting. I don't know how big it's going to end up in the end, but I think it's going to be a big chicken. Oh, these little ones. We got them a new house last night. My friend Charmaine doesn't want this dog kennel anymore, so she very kindly gave it to us for our chickens, and we prepared it just before the weather set in last night, but the snow hasn't come, so hopefully they'll get used to it before the snow does come and they have to shelter somewhere cold. I've kind of tried to make a bit of a perch inside for them, because that's what they perch on, that old frame from the old glass house is what they perch on usually to go to bed. So I put two of them in. Oh, I put all of them in last night when we got it home about 6:30, about half an hour before the thunder and lightning started, and I put them in and they unhappily clucked away while I did it, and then two of them just jumped out and didn't want a bar of it at all. But one of them did stay in it for the night, so maybe there'll be a trend setter. And they're just picking around the, I moved a compost pile from that spot yesterday just to give us a bit more room in the farmyard, although the tyre hasn't fit in the garden place I wanted it to. The worm farm is going awesome, and now I'm actually, if you can see, collecting worm pea juice for my gardens in the summer. So I can just add it to the water in the watering can, and it will give my pot plants lots of good nutrients. And Hazel and her babies are going well. We had a cat, unfortunately, come and steal one, I presume it was a wee cat, which is very disappointing. Just through the bit in the cage here I don't have a latch, and I think they just kind of poured it open like that. So the latch is on the cards today. Anyway, here's one of the white babies. It was unfortunately the most cutest baby too that we sort of we had maybe found it at home, so we lost it to that cat, which is a bit annoying, but I just need to make my cages a bit more secure, I think. And the cat, well, I've had a bit of a change of heart about the cat. Even though it has eaten 2 of my animals, I'm really, really wanting to avoid an infestation of rats or mice. Because as you can imagine, there's food everywhere, it's all over the ground. The chickens pick up a lot of it, which we're thankful for, but there's still a lot of rabbit food. And even in here, they can, in the feed barn, the feed cage that's got all my supplies, so you can easily see rats would be able to get into here. And look at this. One of the rabbits, the white rabbit who's now up in the top cage separated from the other guy, he managed to jump the partition and came in here and nibbled a corner out of that and then weed on it, which I was like, thanks. I got a 10 kg bag of chicken food that's potentially going to go mouldy. Anyway, you learn these lessons. So feed, I've been feeding this upside down, I don't know if you can see, Macmillan's Protein Plus. It's a horse feed, and that's kind of been a bit of a general purpose feed around the farmyard. The chickens, it's really high protein, so it's good for the rabbits, and it's got no sort of medications in it. You can see it's big, actual big chunks of corn that you can see, and it's got a fungal, like a yeast culture in it as well, which I think is a really good thing actually, that they're getting a yeast culture in their gut. I think it's just good for fermented, humans to have fermented food. I'm learning a lot from my rabbits and my children about the way I think, when I think about their bodies and what goes on them. Anyway, this girl is so hungry. She's not a girl, I need to stop calling her a girl. If I give... Here you go, sweetheart. Oops, and you'll spill a lot of that. Is she spilling most of it or eating it? Hey, I keep calling her she. She just eats like crazy. She's got a thing tipped upside down and bended around because she wanted more food out of it. Even though she had that much food at the start of the day. Anyway, she had some carrots. I don't know what more to say. The next plan as well is to, figure out how to castrate these guys, because I don't really want to breed from them. I kind of like his colouring, so I might want to keep that, but I've got 2 red-eyed white New Zealands, 2 red-eyed white Angoras and 2 New Zealands, so he might get castrated and just put in the cage with the girls, which I think he might quite enjoy, just living his life away with some girls. Yeah, so that's it. They all kind of like sniff each other and eat each other's hay. It's cool that they can all kind of share some sort of community. And my stormproof I'm really happy with, storm cover. It's it keeps all the wind out from them, and it'll keep the rain and sleet out too, so they'll be nice and dry, and they've got lots of hay, so they'll be nice and warm hopefully. You Hazel? Sit in that corner a lot, don't you, sweetheart?